fulfilling our mission, the importance of learning languages, and the role of Palso. Dear friends and colleagues, dear teachers of the world, if I were to express through an image what Palso Northern Greece schools stand for, I would draw an open window and a flock of white pigeons, not just one but many, flying out of a dark, somewhat limited space. For that is exactly what a typically good Palso school means to me. A big open window to life in the world. My little daughter, a 7th grader by now, no, this is not exactly that, okay, but looks like, a 7th grader by now, could be the typical study case of a good student of a good Palso school. She's playing on the internet, in English of course, on Stardol and Free. If she were a boy, she would go for Pro Evolution or even Counter-Strike, though I don't personally approve of violent games. She communicates via Facebook with our family friends in Poland, Spain, and the UK. She reads the classics, Charles Dickens, Jane Austen, and Hemingway, at special editions for young readers, of course, on the iPad or Samsung or any other tablet, of course, for that matter, but not only, as we are still fans of the hardback and will be for many more years to come. She watches choice DVD movie material coming out of Hollywood or Bollywood or any other realm, and not only Disney, for example, and not only Frozen, of course. Though she is a great fan of Mindy's Daughters and cute girls' hairstyles on YouTube. Okay. She likes the Beatles also, the classics, or Beyoncé too, and not only the pretty boys of One Direction. I don't mention Justin Bieber, he's just a bit passé. Okay, right by now. All that is so because Palso schools promote a healthy perception of life, education and communication with an open mind and faith, or at least hope for, tomorrow, which nowadays is particularly valuable because it's so rare. The ancient Chinese wisdom says that the only real wealth worth holding, which nobody can steal from you, is what you have inside. Education, experience, and culture, which build character and open doors, as language is for communication. It is the very breath of the spirit of life. Learning not a foreign language, but the mother tongues of other peoples, of other civilizations, our students become legitimate owners and not just hackers of the communication code of the universal civilization. And they are so suitably prepared to become tomorrow's citizens of the world, both local and global. The body of our students must reside somewhere in Greece, but their spirit can be free to roam in the world, the UK, the Americas, Australia, and beyond, and communicate with the universal culture. Whether they work at home or emigrate, a degree in English in the hand will find you work and open career prospects so as not to be condemned to unemployment or black manual labor. An adult student of mine who is a bank clerk now told me the other day, "Sir, in my work we already use no Greek because of all of our computer programs are in English, as we are constantly connected online with foreign banks." If this happens today, remember that we prepare students for at least 10 years later. Both our Pan-Hellenic Federation and our local association work systematically to support all of us, owners, teachers, parents, and students, fighting with every means available at social, political, and cultural level. Many good Many excellent, but none perfect. All we have to gain from being out of the shell of complacency and self-sufficiency, unfair competition and narrow-minded, misguided interest. The strength is in unity. We can all give a little and gain a lot through the power of joint action and civilized cooperation. Who we are. Our Pan-Hellenic Federation comprises of about 50 local associations whose representatives are elected and vote at the General Assembly. Our local Palso Northern Greece members gather at the General Assembly and elect our board, federation, representatives and audit committee. We have also established unofficial working committees on public relations, exams and members' matters. What it means to be a member today. As a member, I receive a regular post or email covering anything that matters. I'm informed on events and exams. I'm invited to owner training talks and presentations. My school participates in teacher and staff training seminars, as well as all kinds of social actions and events. I promote my school through our websites and publications. I make use of market service and research conducted by our association. I'm at the vanguard of developing methodology and cutting-edge technology in my profession. I belong to a well-established social group that not only teach, but also seek to further and deepen quality, tolerance, and participation. A short list of free owner training seminars the last 2-3 years, for example. 2010, blogging by Dimitris Aivazoglu of Club FL, the very popular online platform. Social trends toward private education by Dimitris Katsantonis of To The Point. How I Learned English by Konstantinos Posidonos of the Chamber of Commerce. 2011, Coping with Difficult, Demanding Customers by Ms. Anastasia Levriadou of the University of Western Macedonia. 2012, Shakespeare's Unruly Women, Silence, Voice, Identity by Dr. Luke Prodromou, the teacher, trainer, writer, actor, performer, and anything in between. 2013, Preparing Candidates for the MSU exams by Rodney Coles of the MSU Testing Office. Upholding quality standards. For more than 30 years, our mission as an educationally responsible organization, Palso Northern Greece, this Palso NG reminds me of NGO. Actually, we should be a non-governmental organization as things develop these days. Palso Northern Greece has been offering high standard examination services of all the common European framework of reference levels, starting with our own federation's Palso last shoot for the first steps pre-A1, A1 and A2 levels recognized by the ICC, the International Certificate Conference Body. We are organizing the local May and December administrations of the PTE, Pearson Test of English, B1 to C2 levels, as well as the new entry for Greece, NOCN, the National Open Colleges Network, at the B1 to C2 levels. We are also currently cooperating with the MSU Michigan State University examination body for the B2 and C2 levels, especially at registrations and awards periods. We have also at some time cooperated with the KPG, the Greek State Kratiko-Pistopitiko Glossomathias, as well as the British Council exams registrations. We not only select and shortlist our local examiners, but also train them regularly, as the speaking part of the exams is by nature such a sensitive issue, especially due to the candidates' increased levels of stress, anxiety, nervousness. Valuing cooperation and feedback, we even conducted a 9-point questionnaire survey among these examiners with very enthusiastic response and generous contribution on their part, with very valuable conclusions drawn based on their educational background and field experience. Now to the maybe very point why this association should exist. Blessed be the ones who share, socially sensitive and supportive. We have hosted a great number of events during our 26 annual book exhibitions, the masterpiece of last year's poster, covering all of the immense range of our colleagues' professional interests, with an average of about 30 publishers being present at about 30 presentations being made each one and every year. Last year's one was the grand languages event of the season, drawing visitors from all over Greece, from Evros to Arta to Kalamata, not at all surprisingly, since 4,000 invitations were sent out by the traditional post of the email means, eventually attended by 400 school owners and 500 teachers or even students of all languages. A host of presentations, talks, seminars or gigs of educational, artistic, financial, technological or historical interest were offered by leading experts on their respective so diverse fields, such as Cliff Parry of the British Council, Lilika Kouri, Dimitris Primalis, Albertos Azaria, Iakovas Goumas, and Luke Prodromou, to mention but a few, with apologies to the host of others, more than a dozen that I can remember, equally important guests. 2012 was also dedicated to the 200th birthday anniversary of Charles Dickens, with a tribute to his work. Let's not forget, it was in one of these events that one publisher offered us the viewing of the cultural icon Tare Zaman Par, Every Child is Special, by Amir Khan, bringing hundreds of fellow teachers to weeping, not for guilt, I hope. To promote, okay, really so, the competitive spirit among learners, we offer performance incentives and hold annual distinction certificate award ceremonies for our own Palso schools, successful candidates, at various prestigious venues, honored by various prestigious guests, especially so this year.